The Andor Season 2 trailer has dropped, and Disney is really trying to get everybody to love Star Wars again. They really, really are. Hey everyone, this is Digital Charcuterie. My name is James. Thanks for stopping by. If you're new here, if you like Star Wars and looking forward to Andor Season 2, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to talk about it before all the lead up to it, and as it is on, I'm going to talk about it on this channel. Really excited for Season 2. Season 1, I absolutely love. Now, I know some people thought that it was slow and it was boring and it wasn't for everybody, and that is fine, and I completely understand where you're coming from. For me, though, I thought it was the best looking Star Wars of anything we have ever gotten. That's including the films. I really, really loved Andor Season 1. I thought it was great. It was a nice story. 3 episode arcs throughout, and that's what we're promised to be getting in Season 2. And every 3 years is going to be a year in the life of Cassian Andor, leading up, of course, to the events of Rogue One. Now, if you haven't seen Rogue One, probably avoid this show and this video. Go watch it. It's a great movie. The ending is fantastic, but this is going to lead into that. Like, it's going to lead directly to Andor, or to Rogue One. Andor Season 2 is going to lead right into that. So every 3 episodes is going to be a year in the life, which is great. And what they're doing, what Disney is doing, what Lucasfilm is doing, what they're going to do is they're putting this 3 episodes at a time on Disney Plus. So we're going to get 4 weeks of 3 episodes. And that's 4 weeks of Star Wars movies starting April 22nd. And we're going to keep getting it. And that, to me, is fantastic. I think this is how you do it. I think one of my criticisms of Disney Star Wars television, the Disney Plus stuff, has been most of it has felt like this could have just been a movie. Why was this not a movie? It almost was like they missed a point here or there where it was like, to have one long story and it feels like it's chopped up into pieces. And I think a lot of people will rub the wrong way with a lot of that. I also felt like with some of the shows, had they put multiple episodes together, 2 episodes, or a whole season drop, people would, I think, appreciate them a lot more. I really think Mandalorian Season 3, I know it's flawed. I really enjoyed it, but I know a lot of people had issues with it. I think if you drop that all at once, or close to all at once, or 3, I think people enjoy it more. And I think it's really smart for Andor to do this, especially when it's going to be every 3 episodes is a year in the life. It also helps to not confuse average viewers so much. Not everybody's going to be obsessed with the show and know that going into it. I think that kind of helps with that. So look, I thought this trailer was absolutely great. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to talk now a little bit about the music choice in it, which the song I think is called Revolution Is Now, not a song I'm totally familiar with. So I got 2 angles to come at this song from, and one of them is I absolutely hated it in this, like hated it. But my other side is it made complete sense and it actually worked. Like the words that they're saying in it and what it's about, and even the tone of the song, I think completely works. But here's my problem with it. And I had this exact problem with Skeleton Crew. And for anyone here that knows I loved Skeleton Crew. Unfortunately, on this channel, I wasn't able to do a review of the last episode. I got incredibly sick the day of the final episode, and I didn't get better until like the beginning of February. It was a freaking disaster of an illness, so I wasn't able to do it. I did on the Rebel Scum podcast, got to talk about Skeleton Crew there a little bit with Brock and Heidi, kind of had that conversation there, but here I wasn't able to give it, but I absolutely loved it. But going into it, the trailers, they were using pop songs, pop culture songs, and I said, I don't want this. This is not what I'm here for. I'm not here for Star Wars to listen to music that I can hear on the radio or put on Spotify or Apple Music. I don't want that crap in my Star Wars. And that's a selfish take, I know, but the reality is that's not what I'm in for Star Wars for. And then Skeleton Crew towards the end started using John Williams music, and I was like, it's so much more effective. And I feel like John Williams music, Star Wars music, would make this trailer a lot more effective as well. If we got the music that goes with Star Wars, that we connect with Star Wars, I think we would connect with this trailer a lot more. But I started this show off by saying Disney is trying to win back fans. And that's what I'm getting from this, and that's what I got from Skeleton Crew. They're trying to get people that don't really necessarily want to watch Star Wars or care about Star Wars to be like, you know what, maybe I do care about Star Wars. Maybe Star Wars is something that I absolutely want to see because this song is getting in. They're going for the cool factor, right? They're trying to catch you. They're trying to reel you in with the song choices and the needle drops and all that. And that's not what Star Wars does or is good at. And I'm hoping they don't bring this into, movies and TV shows going forward. I don't think Andor, the show, is going to have this just like I didn't think it was going to be in Skeleton Crew, and it wasn't. I think they're going to stick with instrumental, orchestral themes like music and stuff. I don't think we're going to get this, but they want to do this to sell it to you. And I don't need that. I honestly, like when they started doing Skeleton Crew with the John Williams music, you're like, oh, this is so much more impactful. And even if you look, man, the new Superman trailer that came out in December, when you take John Williams' score and you just play with that score is so awesome and perfect and resonates with everybody. You can do so much. And I think with the Star Wars music, you could be a little bit more creative and do stuff with that. You got the money, Disney. You got the money, Lucasfilm. You got it. Let's do it. We can make it stronger. But for whatever reason, they felt the need to throw this in there because they want it to resonate with non-diehard Star Wars fans. And and the thing is, they're not afraid to piss off the 17 Star Wars fans that are left, because we're going to stick around. We're going to watch it even if we hate that song. Like, that's not like this. I didn't need this trailer. I said this a lot on Twitter. I didn't need the Andor season 2 trailer. Obviously, I was going to get it. I knew I was going to get it, but I'm watching the show with or without this trailer. That being said, I thought this trailer was spectacular. They showed you so much of what's going on. They show you that the revolution is starting, that the rebellion is really picking up speed. And this one, they show you characters from the first season coming back, stuff like Bix and stuff like that. K2SO appearance. We saw some Orson Krennic there. Saw Gerrera is going to have a role, a bigger role possibly. We don't know, but it looks like he's up to something that, like Saw Gerrera is like a crazy character. So I'm really curious to see where they're going to take him. Like he's so far down. He's so far in one direction versus the other. And I'm really curious what they're going to do there and what they're going to try to do that. And Forrest Whitaker is great in that role. I've loved that after Rogue One, he's kind of the character that's just kept coming back and back and back with Forrest Whitaker as Saw Gerrera. Like Saw Gerrera became like the face of Star Wars for a little while. And I absolutely love that. But again, I think like this season has a lot to live up to with the first season. They have a lot of critic quotes on this as well, which is what I was like, oh, they never really do that with Star Wars, but this one, like, fortunately leading into something, they're like, remember the first season was so good. Do you remember that? Look, people are saying it's a tour de force and and they want you to, they're like, remember, people said that it was one of the best Star Wars ever. They really want to get that across and get that in your head. So they want you to think like, don't hate Star Wars right now. Star Wars is great. We did a great job with Andor. Don't forget that. Don't forget, you're going to want to watch Andor season 2. It's coming April 22nd, but the 3 episodes at a time, I think, is great. And I love that Disney is, it's taken years, but they're starting to learn their lesson. Like, maybe not everything right off the bat. Maybe not everything needs to be weekly. And I understand they want us to keep coming back every week so that we can stick around and they'll have our money for longer than just, we cancel after or whatever. But I don't think that's happening. I don't think that's the case. I know they've lost a lot of subscribers. There's some debate on those numbers, whatever. But I feel like this is the best for the way things have been written, the way this sounded. I think this is the best course of action for it. Skeleton Crew, I think, worked weekly for the most part, but like Boba Fett, Mandalorian season 3, Ahsoka, even the Acolyte, they could have been dropped either like all at once or in pieces. Book of Boba Fett 100% all at once, maybe even Mandalorian season 3, which is why I'm excited for Mando and Grogu being a live action, being a movie instead of a series, because I feel like if they're taking that directive again and it's all one story, then drop it all at once. It's a movie. Just make it a movie. So I'm really excited to see Andor 3, seeing all that happen. Really excited. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Are you excited for Andor season 2? What did you think of the trailer? And what did you think of the music in the trailer? It wasn't my favorite, but again, I don't care. I'm watching the show anyway. Thanks everybody for watching. I really, really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Give us a like and a subscribe. Until next time, may the force of others be with you.